In there Christmas, and we are in October, about the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, about the 4th of October, and the sloe gin, the sloe berries are ready, so we're going to make some sloe gin. So I've got a few bottles here what I've made before. They've been cleaned out. We get some sugar, we'll pick some berries, and we'll go through how to make some lovely sloe gin for Christmas. Yeah, fantastic. Obviously you've got to buy some gin as well, and each bottle will be filled up half with berries, half with gin, and some sugar. But we'll go through all that when we're doing it, because different amounts of sugar gives a different taste, and you're probably better off with less sugar nowadays. But I do some with lots of sugar and some with the least amount of sugar, so we can have a different taste and a different texture when it comes to drinking it at Christmas. So we shall get ready, go outside, do some picking, and get some sloe gin made. Here's some sloe gin. The berries have been decanted out of this one, but this is from a few years ago. I like to leave the berries in, but the berries can disintegrate if you leave it for too many years. Well, that is in the morning, but let's have a little tipple. So there it is. Yeah, this one hasn't got so much sugar in it that you get a nice light colour. You put a lot more sugar in it, it's darker. Obviously, if you put lots of berries in it, we can adjust the berries, and we'll adjust some bottles with lots of berries. You get a very dark sloe gin, and if you add a lot of sugar, it's more syrupy. Yeah, this one would have had half a cup of sugar, I would have thought. I mean, it's very, well, it's not that sweet. It's just a nice, real drink. It really is nice. Not like the sloe gin. If you buy sloe gin, it will not come out like proper made sloe gin. And it's very simple. So we'll go through that in just a while. Well, off we go. I'm just going to take this bowl. I haven't got to walk far. So, like I say, 2nd of October. Acer trees are still out, look. But we'll go and get some sloe berries. We're just walking straight over from where I live. It's chestnut season, look. Loads and loads of chestnuts. Peeled one. So I might go and pick some chestnuts today as well, because that's the season for them. Look. Lovely. Look, just chestnuts everywhere. There's a big woods near me as well, which is full of chestnuts. Oh look, that's a good size one, look. No, we'll keep walking to the sloe berries. There they are, sloe berries. That's what you're looking for. Little purple berries everywhere. We'll get some picked. Right, so we've got a bowl of sloe berries. It's a bit windy today. We're going to take them home, give them a wash. I've got to go and get some sugar from the supermarket, and then we've got to get some gin, of course, and then I'll show you the simple way to make perfect sloe gin for Christmas. Right, let's get back home. So we're going to give the sloe berries a wash, and there's a joss stick there, so I set fire to that joss stick before I left, so I don't know how long a joss stick take to burn, so it probably took 30 minutes to get them. Right, I'll get them washed up and then we'll go and get some sugar and we'll take it from there. So we've cleaned them all up. We've got a calendar for full here. I've taken the leaves out, and you know, obviously berries, look. And just to let you know, there's the stalk, so we take the stalk off as well, obviously. And you can see there, look, that's all the waste. There's some berries that aren't so desirable, a bit dried up. So off to get the sugar, and then we can start putting them in the bottle, and I'll just show you how to do that. I mean, very simple, but proper Sloe Gin. Right, so we've been to Lidl's. We've got some gin. I don't never buy the best gin for this, but even this was $16.99. That is in a litre bottle, so I got 3 bottles. It's been a fair while since I made Sloe Gin, because last time that was about 10 quid or £11 a bottle, so it just shows how things have gone up in price, doesn't it, over the last 2 or 3 years. We've got our bottles ready here, so we'll just go through putting them in. You've got to prick a hole in them. You can use anything you want really, just prick a couple of holes in each berry when you put them in the bottle. That takes a little bit of time, and then we'll add some sugar and stuff, and I'll go through that process with you. We are big old tub of berries. I mean, you can use a pin, or you just use any little old fork, you know, anything really. And we'll fill this one up first, and I'll just give them a couple of pokes either side of the berry. Obviously some berries will, like this one's got the skin off a bit. You don't want to really put too many like that in, because they will disintegrate, but the odd one or two is no problem. So we're just picking these like this. That will take a while, because we need to half fill the bottle. I'm sure you don't want to watch this, so I'll just switch it off, and I'll get back when I've completed them. Right, so I filled 4 bottles up. As you can see, I've done them about half full. Now it's time to add some sugar. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, depends on the berries, how it tastes, depends on the sugar. If you put a lot of sugar in, it'll end up a little bit more treacly, almost like a cough mixture actually. And of course, if that's what you like, that's what you like. So I make a few different ones. These ones have got quite a few berries in it. This one I haven't put quite so many berries in. And I shall put different levels of sugar in them. More berries, less sugar is really the way to go. You know, you want the berries, you really want the flavour. I have some more berries left. I have 3 bottles of gin, so 1 bottle should fill 2 bottles up, you see. So we'll add some sugar, and I can put some more berries in one of the gin bottles once I've emptied it out, you know what I mean. So I'll just add some sugar. I will say I don't actually measure anything really, but I'm just going to pour some in to what I think, and then we can have a look. So this is this little funnel. It's probably a full funnel full in there. So however big that funnel is, it's not particularly huge. 1 cup of sugar maybe. I would say 1 cup of sugar. And we shall continue to put the rest in on these other ones. So around a cup of sugar, or half a cup of sugar, I would have say. No more than that. There's not really any need for more sugar than that, unless you really want it syrupy, sort of comes out a bit more syrupy. which is nice, you know. Everyone's got their own taste. I mean, you could avoid sugar altogether if you wanted. This one I'm going to just put a little tiny bit of sugar in. So that hasn't even got, that's got about a tablespoonful. Tablespoonful of sugar in that one. And the rest will have the same amount of sugar, around half a cup or a cup full of sugar, whatever this little funnel is holding. But that is probably half a cup, the whole thing. Depends how big your cup is. So this one actually had a full funnel full of sugar, this one. So that one's actually seems to have a bit more sugar than some of the rest, but it's got more berries. And obviously I will top them all up with more berries when I'm done. So we'll add some gin now. And I don't fill them right up. I add a few more berries if I want them to be a little bit more fuller, because you'll always have a few berries left over. You might as well use them up. So one bottle hasn't quite filled two of these bottles up. Let's continue. And course, once you have filled them up, you need to turn these over maybe once a month. People have got different ideas. Of course, there's nothing to say what's right and what's wrong. You've got to just do what you think is best. That's 2 bottles of gin gone. So like I say, I shall top them up with berries to just fill them right up. The fuller the better. I have 1 more bottle of gin. The gin hasn't gone quite as far as I thought it would. This bottle is quite a small bottle though. What I will do is use exactly half of this bottle of gin this time. A bit more. So I've used exactly half. Oh no. So there's around half of that bottle of gin. So I shall continue to add these 2 up, and then I've got 5 bottles of Sloe Gin ready for Christmas, and I'll get back to you once I've completed. I've used all the berries up. I didn't quite. Oh, I've got to put some sugar in that. So that'll fill that up. This one will have to stay a little bit full, a little bit empty, and then we'll put the lids on. So there we go. That one's not quite full. We'll put some sugar in it. Give them a shake like that once a month. And there's the Sloe Gin. Just get that sugar shaken up nicely, spin it round, and there you are. Do that once a month, and there's your Sloe Gin. Put them in a dark place in the cupboard. 6 months later, you might even be able to drink them at Christmas, but like I say, you're probably better off waiting until next year, and then they'll be really good stuff. Different levels of berries and sugar, so you get a different taste. But like I say, half a bottle of berries, cup of sugar, and top it off with the gin. And there you have it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles. And we've got 2 bottles ready for some more if we want to make some more, or we'll save them for next year. And if you keep making it regular, you'll always have a few bottles, and you can always give them to someone for Christmas. You know, perfect. Alright, thanks for watching. There's how to make Sloe Gin. And we used half a bag of sugar in them 5 bottles, so you know we haven't used that much sugar. Like I say, you have to experiment, see how much sugar that you want. Like I say, more sugar makes it a bit more of a treacly sort of taste, which, well, you just don't know. Depends what you want. So there you go. So there's a kilo of sugar. Half a kilo of sugar has done 5 bottles there. Yeah, so thank you very much. See you next time.